India has an immensely important story to share with the world. It's part of the national identity. Not just about what is happening now. India has an immensely important story to share with the world, perhaps fundamentally not just about what is happening now in terms of growth and has managed to, but also build perhaps over the past 79 about what this country, when it comes to free and fair elections, has managed respect for the rule of law, over tolerance, the past 79 years, secularism, when it comes to freedom and fair elections, all the things that make a democracy worth tolerance, secularism, this press freedom, the real all the things that make a democracy protecting this immense national achievement, this and sharing with the rest of the world its myriad lessons, protecting this immense national achievements and sharing with the rest of the world its myriad lessons, because a country like this India moment keeps standing up for the values that it has embraced for the past 8 decades, the values that all of us here profess to believe in. So once again, thank you for your time, your attention, and most important, your commitment to democracy. I look forward to our discussions this week and to continuing our work together to keep the light of democracy shining through the darkness. This light is a product of human dreams, a tribute to human potential, and a beacon for human hope. Bahut Dhanjavad.
Thank you very much, Mr. Casa Zamora. Dr. Vivek Joshi is a former Indian civil servant and has been serving as an election commissioner of India since February last year. Dr. Joshi brings wide-ranging leadership experience across public finance, government administration, and India's national census, including as Registrar General and Census Commissioner of India. May I now invite Dr. Vivek Joshi, Election Commissioner of India, to please address the conference.
Honorable Chief Election Commissioner of India, Mr. Gyanesh Kumar, Honorable Election Commission of India, Dr. Sukhbir Singh Sandhu, Secretary General, International IDEA, Dr. Kevin Casa Zamora, DG IICDEM, Mr. Rakesh Kumar Verma, Excellencies, distinguished guests, participants, ladies and gentlemen. I once again welcome you to this India International Conference on Democracy and Election Management 2026. Many of us who are present here work with elections as their continuous responsibility. We know that elections are not just events on the calendar, they are systems that need preparations, coordination, and a steady hand. The Election Commission of India is a constitutional authority which is established under Article 324 of Constitution of India, is entrusted with the responsibility of supervising, directing, and conducting elections for the world's largest democracy. Over the decades, this commission has emerged as the cornerstone of India's democratic framework, withholding the principles of neutrality, transparency, and fairness that are essential for free and fair elections. However, when we speak about elections, we often focus on the outcome on polling days. But much of the work happens long before the first vote is cast. Voter lists have to be maintained, polling locations to be identified, staff needs training, materials to be printed, distributed, and coordination put in place across multiple levels of administration. These tasks may seem routine when taken individually, but together they determine whether voters' experience was smooth and predictable or confusing and difficult. Technology has become central to much of our electoral work. It helps to update voter rolls, plan logistics, and share information with voters. It can make systems more accurate and accessible. The integrated digital platform IICDEM has simplified access to electoral services for voters, officials, political parties alike in India. Real-time dissemination of information, comprehensive webcasting, and digitalization of election data have enhanced our transparency, efficiency, and accountability across the electoral cycle. Professional election administration also depends on people. Election officials, technical teams, field workers, and volunteers all contribute to making the elections possible. Their work requires training, confidence, and problem-solving skills. Many EMBs have invested in professional development so that election staff are better prepared for the challenges they face. The presence of many of the CEOs and senior EMB officials at this conference shows how much value practitioners place on learning from each other. Another part of election work involves planning for uncertainty. Elections can be affected by weather, logistics problems, misinformation, legal disputes, or unexpected events. Over time, EMBs have started approaching these uncertainties through preparedness and risk awareness. The aim is not to eliminate risk, but to know how to manage them in the ways that keep the process credible and steady. Comparative learning helps here. EMBs who are present here operate under different political systems, under different legal systems, yet the challenges they often face look familiar. How to register voters efficiently, how to make the polling accessible, how to communicate clearly with the population, and how to count votes in ways that are trusted. Learning from each other reduces trial and error and highlights solutions that may not be obvious when we work alone. Elections are part of democracy, but they are also part of public administration. They involve planning, logistics, communications, and service delivery. When these functions work well, voters are more likely to participate and to trust the process. When difficulties arise, confidence can weaken. For this reason, attention to detail matters in election work, and consistency matters even more. This conference gives us an opportunity to step back from our immediate pressures of election cycles and reflect on how we do our work. It brings together EMBs, researchers, students, and practitioners who view elections from different angles. Each perspective contributes something useful. I hope our discussions over the next 3 days will enable meaningful engagement, one that is grounded in experience. They will help us return to our institutions with clearer insights and better ideas. I wish you all productive engagement during this conference, and thank you for your time and patience. Dhanyavad.
Thank you, sir, for those important reflections and for highlighting the imperative of resilient and transparent electoral systems. Dr. Sukhbir Singh Sandhu was also a civil servant and is now serving as the Election Commissioner since March 2024. A highly experienced public administrator, he has led major national reforms in transport and infrastructure, including the rollout of FASTag, and has held top leadership roles such as Chief Secretary of Uttarakhand and Chairman of the National Highways Authority of India. May I now invite Dr. Sukhbir Singh Sandhu, Election Commissioner of India, to address the gathering.
Honorable Chief Election Commissioner of India, Shri Ganesh Kumar ji, Honorable Election Commissioner Dr. Joshi, Secretary General International IDEA Mr. Kevan, Director General IIICDEM Mr. Rakesh Verma, distinguished heads and members of EMBs, Excellencies, High Commissioners and Ambassadors, honorable delegates, esteemed colleagues and friends from across the globe, ladies and gentlemen. It is both an honor and a privilege to welcome you to this historic gathering of election management bodies from nations near and far. Your presence here today reflects a shared commitment to one of the humanity's most profound achievements, the right of the people to choose their representatives freely, fairly, and fearlessly. I am reminded of late Mr. Nelson Mandela's profound statement, "The vote is the most powerful, non-violent instrument ever devised for change." Across continents, cultures, and political systems, elections remain the most powerful expression of popular sovereignty. While our institutional frameworks may differ, we are united by a common purpose to uphold the integrity of the electoral process and to ensure that every vote counts and every voice matters. In an era of unprecedented technological change, social transformation, and global interconnectedness, election management has become more complex than ever before. We face challenges that test our institutions. It may be misinformation, leading to declining public trust, cyber threats, logistical constraints, and evolving voter expectations. Yet, these challenges also present opportunities. Opportunities to innovate, opportunities to collaborate, and opportunities to reaffirm our shared democratic values. As we all know, elections are not events. They are institutions, built slowly, protected vigilantly, and strengthened collectively. EMBs are more than administrators of polls. You are guardians of public trust, custodians of democratic legitimacy, and stewards of constitutional principles. Your independence, professionalism, and impartiality form the bedrock upon which democratic stability rests. This forum provides a unique platform to exchange best practices, learn from diverse experiences, and strengthen cooperation across borders. Whether it is enhancing voter inclusion, providing electoral technology, safeguarding electoral integrity, or ensuring transparency and accountability, the collective wisdom gathered here is invaluable. Let us use this occasion for the next 3 days, not only to discuss procedures and processes, but also to reflect on purpose. At the heart of every election is a citizen, placing faith in an institution, believing that their choice will be respected. That faith is precious, and it is our collective responsibility to protect it. Over the next 3 days, we will share how several democracies have successfully delivered on inclusion, peace, empowerment, economic development, and other aspirations of its people. As we inaugurate this conference, let us recommit ourselves to the highest standards of electoral excellence. Let us foster a dialogue grounded in mutual respect, sensitivity to national context, and a shared resolve to strengthen democratic governance worldwide. I wish this gathering highly meaningful deliberations over the next 3 days, constructive exchanges, and outcomes that will enrich electoral practices across nations. I also wish you a wonderful stay in India for the next 3 days, 3 or 4 days. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, sir, for your address and for underlining the institutional priorities that will guide meaningful electoral strengthening in a rapidly evolving global environment. Shri Gyanesh Kumar is the current Chief Election Commissioner of India and leads the Election Commission. A senior public administrator with an engineering degree from IIT Kanpur, he has served across key government portfolios, including defense, home affairs, and cooperation, and brings deep experience in ensuring free, fair, and transparent elections. May I invite the chair representing India's chairship of the Council of Member States of International IDEA for 2026 and the head of one of the world's most experienced election management bodies, the Chief Election Commissioner of India, Shri Gyanesh Kumar, to deliver the inaugural address and articulate on the overarching theme for the year, democracy for an inclusive, peaceful, resilient, and sustainable world.
Honorable Election Commissioner Dr. Sukhbir Singh Sandhu ji, Honorable Election Commissioner Dr. Vivek Joshi, Secretary General of International IDEA Dr. Kevin Kansas, Director General of IICDEM Mr. Rakesh Verma, heads of electoral commissions and election management bodies from across the world, excellencies from missions in India, chief electoral officers from various states and union territories of India, distinguished delegates from Indian Institute of Technologies, Indian Institute of Management, National Law Universities, Universities of India, legal experts, media experts, ladies and gentlemen, today I stand before you to inaugurate this 3-day international conference, which is being held in New Delhi. First of all, let me welcome our international delegates, and I hope that our team has been able to take care of you all well, and you all are comfortable. India, as we say, is the mother of democracy. When we met each other outside this hall, at the backdrop, you could see the stupa and the pillar of Ashoka, popularly known as where democracy began. It is 600 BC, before the current era. If you would have noticed, at the backdrop itself was a hymn in Sanskrit of Atharva Veda, which is again a millennium before the current era, which talks about village samitis and committees. The backdrop of this conference also talks about Koduvalai, which was a system of voting. And as mentioned in Tamil sculptures, which is 1000 after the current era. All these pointers bring all of us together, not only to celebrate the democracy, but also to understand the future path, the challenges, the expectations of the electors, and how to make this process much, much more smoother, transparent, free, and fair. I should take you all towards a journey and explain as to how Indian elections become one of the largest exercise on planet year after year in terms of logistics, numbers, and transparency. The last year Lok Sabha elections, more than 1 billion voters, more than 640 million exercised their franchising, more than 1 million polling stations, and roughly 1.8 to 2 crore people involved in this exercise is a feat which is recorded in the docu-series which you just saw a small glimpses of it, and many publications which the Election Commission has brought. Each booth, polling booth in India, roughly has around 970 electors, roughly 300 houses. And the responsibility of the electors and ensuring that all the eligible electors are included in the electoral roll is vested with a booth level officer. The booth level officer is the foundation and is the foundational pillar for the electoral democracy in India. Indian elections, as our constitution says, has been divided into 2 broad segments. One is the preparation of electoral rolls, and 2 is the conduct of elections. And as all of you would agree, which we will deliberate in our plenary also, that pure electoral rolls, including each and every eligible elector as per law, is essential to strengthen the democracy and all elections which will be held on the basis of that electoral roll. The second segment is the conduct of elections, which becomes a very, very challenging and logistical affair, because a large number of people have to obey and follow the electoral laws and the instructions issued by the election commissions or electoral commissions globally, anywhere, including India. I would also like to share with you an elections which we recently held. In India, the state of Bihar went for its elections recently, few months back. The first step was purification of electoral rolls, including eligible electors. That stage got completed, and under electoral laws, there is a provision for the elector of any assembly segment to file appeals, so that no wrong name gets included and no right name gets excluded. And you will be amazed with the efficiency of the booth level officers, the electoral registration officers, and the chief electoral officer of Bihar, that out of 75 million electors, the number of appeals were 0. Amongst tight public scrutiny and the watch of all citizens in Bihar and across the country, the electoral rolls were finalized, and then the elections were held. And Another feat which was achieved in these Bihar elections were, we had polling on 2 dates, 6th November and 11th November. Nearly 1 lakh polling stations. And once again, a leading question, how many repolls were required? 0. That was the level of efficiency which was attained by our returning officers, our sectoral magistrates, and our presiding officers in each and every polling booth. And of course, the results showed that few seats were tightly contested with around 3 lakh votes in each seat, but then 25 could be the margin of one or the other. I mentioned these Bihar elections to you because to give you a feel that the level of contestation and precision required by the electoral management bodies, not only in India, but globally, would have to meet these expectations. During this 3-day conference, which has been carefully designed by Mr. Rakesh in IIICDEM, and Mr. Kevin from International IDEA, the entire electoral process has been segmented into 36 verticals, along with 7 global themes. And each of these 36 verticals being convened by 36 chief electoral officers of India, who head the election process within their states under the supervision of the Election Commission, participated by 2 or 3 election management bodies of the world by choice, participated by professors from Indian Institute of Technologies and IIMs, national law universities, practicing lawyers, and perception managers who work in our media. So there will be around 36 teams which will be working sincerely on each of these segments and bring out reports which will be published widely across the globe in as many languages as possible. We are also working on an atlas of democracy in the world. The draft is almost ready, but it will be shared with the member states today in the plenary session for corrections and additions if necessary. And that atlas comes out as a synopsis of the electoral processes, how democracy functions, the size of democracy, and how the electoral commissions function in that country. In brief, these are the few outcomes which are very professionally designed for this international conference and will keep you busy for next 2.5 days. The Election Commission of India, its protocol division, and all the chief electoral officers will take care of you well, but these outcomes are necessary so as to build up a necessary database and contents which can, in summary, be called as the encyclopedia of democracies across the globe. With these little words, I formally inaugurate this international conference and wishing you all the best. Jai Bharat, Jai Hind.
Thank you, Honorable Chief Election Commissioner, sir, for that visionary address and for setting the tone for IIDEM 2026 with clarity, purpose, and global relevance. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This concludes the inaugural session of this conference. We look forward to the next sessions as we continue 3 days of meaningful exchange, structured deliberation, and global cooperation towards stronger democracies and trusted elections. Do remain inside the hall until our main guests on the dais have left the hall. we will prepare for the next segment of the program, which is a closed-door session of heads of EMBs and delegations participating in the India International Conference on Democracy, Election Management. This will be for the plenary session in the Summit Hall. All other delegates, please refer to your conference schedule to attend the parallel thematic sessions that are taking place in the different halls. Please remain in your places until our dignitaries on the dais have left the hall. Thank you. And then you can proceed to the next hall for your sessions. Thank you very much.
Maldives का क्या है? हाँ, Maldives का।
We now welcome Honorable Head of EMB, Maldives, Mr. Mohammad Zahid.
Next is Peru. Mexico.
Honorable Head of EMB, Mexico, Ms. Norma Irene de la Cruz Magna.
Peru.
We welcome Head of EMB from Peru, Mr. Ruben Jeme Torres Cortez. Honorable Head of EMB from South Africa, Mr. Mosoto Mopia.
Sierra. No, वो हो गया South Africa. ये पकड़ो. हाँ कोई नहीं तो चले जाएंगे.
Next we welcome Honorable Head of EMB, Sierra Leone, Mr. Edmond Sylvester Alpha.
US के आगे? From Uzbekistan.
Honorable Head of EMB from Uzbekistan, Mr. Bakaram Kucherov.
She's not head of EMB, just
And representing the United States is Miss Christy Ann McCormick.
good job. She's not a Portugal.
We have a delegate from the United States, Miss Christy Ann McCormick, on the floor.
EMB के लिए idea. Next Sri Lanka.
Honorable Head of EMB from Sri Lanka, Mr. Amir Muhammad Faiz.
Representative. She is the election commissioner.
Next, we welcome Honorable Head of EMB, Portugal, Mr. Andre Joao Mauricio Letao Daval Vermans.
तेरह जाएंगे पर सेशल्स के एम्बेसडर भी अकम्पनी कर रहे हैं उनको वो नहीं भेजते ना
एम्बेसडर को रहने दीजिए
उधर से फिर ऑडियो भेजिए
हाँ अभी तो यहाँ रुकेंगे ना अभी रुकना है ना
Honorable Head of Election Management Body from Seychelles, Mr. Elvis David Jury.
मंगोलिया को भेज देते पहले ये नेक्स्ट मंगोलिया को भेज दो बहुत टाइम से वेट
We welcome Head of EMB from Seychelles, Mr. Elvis David Jury.
फिनिश दिस ऑफ मंगोलिया he's been waiting here थोड़ा जल्दी मंगोलिया
Honorable Head of EMB from Mongolia, Mr. Batamor Shimedoj. Next, Honorable Head of EMB from Nigeria, Ampitan Huash Ojo. Next, we welcome Head of EMB from Zambia, Ms. Frances Wangwala Zalumis.
सुरीनाम बोल वेट कर हाँ सुरीनाम की टोंगा
We welcome Honorable Head of EMB from Tonga, Ms. Samuela Ikiuasi Vao. We welcome Honorable Head of EMB from Tonga, Mr. Samuela Ikiuasi Vao.
So and also idea
We welcome Honorable Head of EMB from Suriname, Mr. Samserali Sheikh Ali Baksh.
जनरल आइडिया प्रॉपरली बोलना है
इनका ढंग से
ट्यूनिशिया बिन को because ट्यूनिशिया के मनों में टोंगा and टोंगा has been called.
आइडिया वाला
And we now welcome Secretary General of India International Institute of Democracy and Election Management, Dr. Kevin Casas Zabora.
Again, say it again.
We welcome the Secretary General of International Institute of Democracy and Election Management, Dr. Kevin Casas Zabora.
Election assistance, come on. International Institute of Democracy and Electoral Assistance. You can say it again.
We welcome Secretary General from International Institute of Democracy and Election Assistance, Dr. Kevin Casas Zabora, Secretary General of the institution. Now from the United Kingdom, we welcome the head of EMB, Ms. Carol Mills.
Tunisia.
Honorable, on the floor is Ms. Carol Mills, head of Election Management Body from the United Kingdom.
Tunisia.
Honorable head of EMB from Tunisia, Mr. Hosni Sabani. We welcome Honorable EMB from Tunisia, Mr. Hosni Sabani.
मिस्टर बोल रहे हैं मिस्टर बोल रहे हैं Tunisia चलेगा Tunisia.
On the floor, we are welcoming the delegate from Tunisia, Hosni Sabani.
Next. Uruguay.
Honorable EMB from Uruguay, Mr. Juan Eduardo Paspoli Bianchi.
Ambassador Costa Rica.
We now welcome His Excellency Ambassador Costa Rica.
High Commission है वो देख लो यार.
Mr. Nestor Gabriel Vargas, Ambassador Costa Rica.
Namibia. Namibia.
Honorable Head of EMB, Namibia, Mrs. Elsie Nikambua.
मोल्डोवा और ये एम्बेसडर है, एक मोल्डोवा का हेड ऑफ मिशन है, बाकी दो एम्बेसडर.
Head of Mission Moldova. Head of Mission Moldova.
We now welcome Head of Mission from Moldova.
Gambia के कौन है?
गाम्बिया और बेनिन.
We welcome the Head of Mission from Moldova.
Ambassador Gambia.
We now welcome Excellency Ambassador Gambia, Ebrima Ambo.
एक सेकंड में करा दूँ. फिलीपींस. Benin.
We're welcoming Gambia, His Excellency Ambassador Ebrima Ambo. Next, we welcome Excellency Ambassador Benin, Eric Jean-Marie Zinchou.
Next, the Philippines. The Philippines is head of DFE. The Philippines head of
पनामा ऑस्ट्रेलिया के दो खड़े.
Next, we welcome Head of EMB from the Philippines, Mr. Noli Avelino Pipo.
Finish out. यार अब confusion मत create करो. पनामा के एम्बेसडर ऑस्ट्रेलिया. पनामा के एम्बेसडर ऑस्ट्रेलिया के हाई कमिश्नर.
Next, we welcome His Excellency Ambassador Panama, Mr. Alonso Correa Miguel. We welcome Acting High Commissioner, Australia.
ये आप पूछ रहे हेड ऑफ द मिशन है, ये पूछ रहे
ऑस्ट्रेलिया का पता है ना अभी.
हाँ, एक्टिंग हाई कमीशन ये अलग है.
ये स्वीडन है. स्वीडन के क्या है? एम्बेसडर.
We welcome Excellency Ambassador Sweden, Mr. Van Tesleff.
नहीं ये तो ओरेगन है.
काबो वर्डे. केबो वर्डे.
स्लेफ नहीं था, ओरे है.
Is not EMB.
We welcome
बट मालदीव की स्लिप अपने पास.
Honorable Consul General, Republic of Cabo Verde, Dr. Sanjay Divan.
Ambassador of Colombia को भी भेज सकते हैं. Once again. Ambassador
We welcome His Excellency Ambassador of Colombia.
सर कैमरा ऑन
ये कोलंबिया वाला चला गया ना, अब कैमरून चला गया, अब कैमरून कर पाएंगे, अब कैमरून
नेक्स्ट
We welcome Her Excellency Ambassador Cameroon, Ms. Sylvie Michelle Mapotiak.
सर नेक्स्ट कैमरून करवा दीजिए
कैमरून हो गया, कोलंबिया भी हो गया। ये किसका? ये क्या है?
Ladies and gentlemen, the reception ceremony is underway of India International Conference on Democracy and Election Management 2026.
Yeah, nobody else.
And with that, we also conclude the reception ceremony of India International Conference on Democracy and Election Management 2026. Wish you all a very pleasant day at the conference ahead. Thank you. A gentle reminder for the media persons, as the reception ceremony concludes, a group photograph ceremony will happen in front of Auditorium 2. I request you to please position yourself accordingly. All the delegates and the leaders are to assemble in front of Auditorium 2 for a group photograph.
तो मेरा कंसर्न है कि इसका कोई हेड ऑफ डेलीगेशन कोई और तो नहीं था ना?
नहीं था ना, लेकिन
इसका नाम ही नहीं है, पता नहीं
आ गया था।
हाँ मतलब इसका लेटर कैसे करके हमारे पास नाम नहीं है,
लेकिन मैंने इसलिए हाथ मिलाते ना, क्योंकि अगर नहीं करें
तो अलग बात है। वो तो ठीक है, हमने जो
Dubai, ready for a surprise?
When flight prices dropped, Vikram could finally start ticking off his bucket list. Expedia, made to travel.
Places India as third in terms of AI penetration, in terms of AI preparedness, and in terms of AI talent. All the three, actually on AI talent it is number 2. So I don't think your classification in the second bouquet is right. It's actually in the first.
So talk about in India in an environment where the AI shifts in geopolitics are happening so quickly. Again, this was a conversation that didn't even exist at the World Economic Forum 5 years ago. And you now have radically different capabilities in different countries around the world. India has become a geopolitical player in its own right in the last 10 years. Didn't even want to play geopolitics before Modi came in. How does AI play into that capacity around the world, into what India wants to be on the global stage?
Listen, if you look at the way AI